when we are speaking about the art of habits, I would like to share with you four main principles we need to keep in mind while getting control over our habits, while getting control over how you make your choices. The first is focus. A major cause of distraction is we are not focused on what we want. We do not have our own identity in place. We do not have our priorities in place. We just get distracted by anything and everything. So that is the first thing, focus. Remain focused so that nothing can distract you. Second is intention. That whatever activity we do, there can be four intentions which can inspire us. The first level of intention is fear. I do this because if I don't do, I will lose the job. If I don't do, people will criticize. That's called being motivated by fear. The second level is motivation caused by desire. I am doing this because I want to accomplish this, I want to do this, I will grow further, I will earn more, and that desire sometimes becomes greed. After fear, which comes in the mode of ignorance, as per the Gita, the intention by desire or greed comes in the mode of passion. Then we come to the mode of goodness, sattva gun. So therefore, sattva gun basically is intention out of duty. I do this because it is my duty. And when I say duty, then Gita says, karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. I perform this activity because it is my duty. It is driven internally. It is not because of some external carrot which has been given. So that is the innate idea of Bharatiya Sanatan Dharma, where everything was driven by the sense of duty. Fear, desire, duty, and love. Love means willingness to serve without selfish consideration. Pragada premer ei swabhava achar, nij dukka bignadir no kore vichar. In every relationship, there is scarcity, impediment, discomfort, unhappiness. But still that relationship continues. That is known as love. And therefore, love is all about willingness to go through pain to give pleasure to others. And therefore, when one is inspired the feeling of love, we are willing to serve others selflessly. So service without selfish consideration is love. What can give you the impetus to serve without selfishness? When you know that by doing this, I get something in the future. And therefore, dear friends, one of the core issues when it comes to habits is our habits will take the shape of the intentions we infuse our activities with. So therefore, the Gita is recommending that rather than having intentions by fear and desire, have intention inspired by duty or love. We will experience circumstances in life where we have the skill to fight, but we will lose the will to fight. And the Gita has been spoken to give all of us the will to fight, because all of us will experience situations in life where we'll become helpless. But the Gita is saying you may become helpless in life, but never become hopeless. Focus, intention. Next is resilience. Resilience is the strength. And resilience goes down if your mind is constantly consuming data from the internet for hours on end without the capacity. In eating, you can eat 3, 4, 5 rotis, but if you start eating 50, 60 rotis a day, your body can't handle, it will collapse. Like that, the mind also has the maximum capacity of how much data it can handle in a day. The mind is a subtle body, it's part of your system. If you keep bombarding the mind with unlimited data for hours and hours and hours, the mind is going through a major paralytic attack. The mind is an organ, the mind is a subtle body. It has a certain digestive capacity. Your stomach cannot handle 50 rotis every day. Your mind cannot handle beyond certain GB and TB of data. Yes, certain phone companies may be giving you unlimited data to use and consume, but that doesn't mean you have the ability to consume all of that data. And therefore, dear friends, the mind needs to become resilient. And for the mind to be resilient, you have to protect the mind from the attack of three factors. And what does Krishna say in the Gita? Trividham narakasyedam dvaram nashanamatmana kamam krodham tatha lobham tasmat etatrayam tyajet. The three powerful forces are lust, anger, and greed. And these make the mind flaky, brittle, vulnerable, susceptible, weak. And we need the mind to be resilient, to be supple, to be flexible, to be strong, to be able to bounce back. And therefore, anger is one letter short of danger. And the power of anger is such that it destroys the discrimination. And we react rather than respond to situations. So, the four things I am discussing: first, focus; second, intention; third, resilience; and the last is empathy. No empathy, no forgiveness, no forgiveness, no relationship, no family. So Goldman Sachs came with a report that between 2015 and 2025, the infrastructure investment required in India would be $1.4 trillion. But out of that, $800 billion would come out of family savings. Family will not save unless there is feeling in the family. And for that feeling to happen, there has to be empathy, there has to be emotional exchange, there has to be willingness to forgive, there has to be tolerance. The American GDP has grown by a certain amount, but 5 times more than that amount is the rate at which Social Security has grown expenses. And therefore, just because of having family values and culture, we are so protected and so safe.